2 nights ago, I woke up, my heart pounding in my chest and my body just terrified because I had dreamed we were in civil war. And it was so real. I could see my sweetheart there. We had a kid at the time, so I could see the child there, and they were scared. And I was terrified inconsolably because I knew that at any moment we could be killed. And I woke up frightened, terrified, heart pounding, and just had to be like, oh, be still, my heart. This is not real. This is not real. Okay. And it took a while to get myself to calm down. And then I thought about, wow, if that kind of dream was so real that I could feel it in my body, in my chest pounding, what kind of clarity do I need to bring to the dream I want to see instead of allowing the nightmare? And so I've been thinking a lot about that for the last 2 days. What kind of world do I want to see as a result of this world pandemic? And I want that to happen instead of the nightmare. So for me, the things I'm seeing are a lot of people are just staying home and really slowing down. There's less distractions as far as like, oh, let's go to a movie. Oh, let's go do this thing. Let's go do that thing. Let's buy this thing. Let's do that. It's more of a like, oh, we need to be home with our families. Okay. Or our pets or whoever's there. And there's less distraction from like how we feel. And I know that's not for everybody, but a lot of people I've talked to, and I noticed myself, this culture of having to do so much all the time and be busy all the time and be productive, I think it's so unhealthy. And also the culture of all the adults being sequestered away into our little offices, our work, our jobs, and then the children being sequestered away into their schools, both prisons of a sort that we choose. And lately I've been seeing couples, lots of couples, taking a walk, and children and their families and their pets outside taking a walk or sitting in on their porch or working in their yard. I hear children playing in the yard next to me. I've not heard that before, except occasionally on a sunny weekend day. And I want more of that. I see a lot of people turning their yards into gardens. I want more of that. So I've been working on my garden. My sweetheart and I have been outside bicycling and taking walks, in crowded places, and where we're still able to keep our social distance from other folks. But that's what I want to see, and I've had more clarity to think about what kind of work I want to do. And so what I'm wanting to know for you is, what do you want to see come out of this pandemic, this worldwide situation we find ourselves in? If you were directing it, how would you take it? Where would you bring us? And how would you do that for your life? And how would you do that for our culture, for the collective life? What would you change? And what can you do now that you're willing to do to help move that? Because here's the deal. The system is never going to change itself. It can't. It's not alive. We make the system. And if it doesn't work, we have to change it. And so it's a personal responsibility. What can I do now? What am I willing to do? If that's, I want to see a political change, okay, how can I get involved politically? Because that's the only way it's going to happen. It's not like if I say, oh, it's too big a deal, it's out there, it's somebody else's job. Well, that's the nightmare. That's the default. I don't want that. So I want to make a change. What change do you want to make? Think about it. Give me some answers in the comments below, You can find me at www.lifelongwellnesspdx.com and message me there, send me an email. I'd love to hear what you want to create, what you're willing to do, and what you can do, and your creative ideas. Like, this is an amazing opportunity for us. All chaos is also opportunity. So let's create something.